that, how long did that take to think that would be the way to explain game theory?
You're loading that on there. That was a scene in a movie.
You know, nothing takes very long to do. It just is all the.
But you had to think about the best way to explain it.
The worrying about it is the hard part. You know, I needed to find a way to explain the bargaining equilibrium to myself because I am retardedly math blind. I got 400 on my math essay. You get 200 for getting your name right. And so so really, if it's accessible at all, it's because I had to find a way of writing it down so that I would understand it. It's really, Ron is, you know, we all talk about screenplays as if they're finished objects. They're not. You know, the screenplay evolved over time, and Ron and I worked on it for a really long time. It's actually Ron who chased the math. You actually really loved the math, you know, and this whole, you didn't become very sort of enamored of those paratroopers, you know what I mean? So actually a lot of the math expanded. I was trying to do as little as possible. I came up with an idea for, I figured everybody understands sex. So if I made math about sex, that would work.
Brilliant, right?
If you watch the sequence, I mean, then there's months, seasons change in the dorm room before he hands in the thesis. I mean, some mathematicians ask if this is the final form of Nash equilibrium. No one spends a month writing the thesis after they have the final form. This was the initial seed.
You say math is about sex, it reminds me of the Big Bang Theory on physics is really about sex, right? Right, Brian? That's how they teach you a little about physics to get you interested in getting a girl. In there at the same time. But the fact that you were able to actually combine it was almost like a tutorial. You had visuals of what was happening at the same time the action was happening. And
it was great. I read it and I still didn't quite understand. I knew it was interesting and relatable. And I remember going to you, Dave, and saying, "Is this kind of working?" And you said, "Yeah, this is in a way. It's, you know, it's very logically that eureka moment." And I was really interested in that. I had again, in talking to the mathematicians and also doing research, I was trying to ask about those moments. Right. And they would, you know, they'd say things. Well, sometimes you just get a little flash or a little burst. And so I tried to put that sort of into the language of the movie. Also, I remember reading about Tesla, and his own team would have this frustration with him because he'd lay there about half awake and he'd start to visualize things coming together and working, and then they couldn't motivate him to come in the next morning and actually lay it out and write it down because for him he'd experienced it. It was over. And so when I read that, I thought about trying to do that opening visual where he's picking up on the reflections, and that's what leads him to the tie, and just trying to put as much of that sort of make it personal to Nash in a sort of a visual expression of the way he's seeing the world.